Morning, happy zombie apocalypse. We're back at the base here in Project Zomboid. One little thing I forgot to mention or show you. Last episode, I started making some flooring for our forge and furnace area. So, you know, that we don't catch fire here, which is technically not a mechanic, but you should have some solid flooring, and making brick tile floors eats through a lot of clay. I can tell you that much. That's actually not the main reason why we're here. The main reason why we're here is so I don't start the episode in our little hut. Because one thing I picked up from the furniture store is a bed. We are now sleeping in a proper bed with pillow and plushies and an army of frogs guarding us. Now we just need windows and I guess curtains. That's gonna be an adventure for another day. So most of the stuff we picked up in last episode's trip as I just shoved into a couple boxes over here. So this is my unloading area. I also went around and put some tire pressure on all the tires. That being said, let me actually grab that thing and take that with us. I was thinking, instead of going to another POI that's super far away and hoping to find some good loot there, why don't we go somewhere a little bit closer? And I don't expect that we're gonna have massive amounts of loot, that's why I'm not taking the trailer with me. Because I was thinking we're gonna head to the nearby town, to Farras Lake, and take a look into the local bookstore, and maybe, depending on zombie population and how busy it is over there, the farming supply store there. And if we find the time, also the hardware store. Seems like a trifecta of awesome places to look into. And I'm not sure, I know we did a quick drive through the town there at some point. I don't remember if there was anything on the vehicle side that looked interesting. Oh, we're gonna have the double soundtrack playing again? Man, this is the weirdest bug. I'm sure as soon as we get into combat and the game switches to a combat track, then it fixes itself, but it's kind of very weird, especially if the two tracks don't really work all that well together. Much faster than previously. We were already there. I kind of regret actually leaving the generator over at the gas station, because I guess eventually we want to hook up the gas station here in Farras Lake. That's way closer for a refueling trip. But on the other hand, maybe we'll find another generator or 2 or 3 in this place. Oh yeah, I do remember the Mini. And I guess there's just gonna be some zombie murder here. That's the order of the day. It's me murdering zombies, not the other way around. There's always the temptation here. I do like my basement, so any building with a basement is kind of shouting at me, come loot me. Let's see about that. One other thing I hadn't really noticed At some point during our furniture trip and all the sharpening of the axes, we reached level 10 maintenance. Pretty good. Pretty useful to have. Makes all your weapons and tools last that much longer. Yeah, and the hope here is in the bookstore that maybe we find the mechanics level 3 book, which we need, and or the tailoring level 1 book, so we can start with that. So I kind of regret, you know, that we actually had to pick up proper pillows before we could make our own pillows, but I just couldn't get it over myself to level tailoring without the skill book boost. It's not a good service. My hatchet's about to be broken. Guy brings me a new one. Champ. Somebody moving a little bit faster than the rest. It's a little bit busy here. I do remember that there were quite the zombie numbers when we were driving through. Although it always looks like when you're driving through town and there's like 30 zombies on the road, that always looks super scary. But then that's actually fairly quickly to kill. Anyway, let's see what the good book has to offer here. Okay, I think that was the one behind the laundromat. Okay, doing one. Actually not sure. Game says I don't have trapping one, we'll pick it up. And mechanics 3, wow, okay. Damn, I should have wished for more. Do they have katanas here in the bookstore, maybe? No. Okay, I mean, that's already a fantastic find. Thank you, bookstore. Is it this car? Yes, it is, actually. Although there is the key in the ignition. Okay, so maybe the... Or maybe I just have 2 keys for this car now. This is the... Yeah, Taurus SHO. I did not bring any of my gas cans though. So we're not gonna be able to get any empty vehicle moving unless I have some gas cans here. Let's siphon some gas from our Humvee. A little bit still taken aback that we found those 3 books right there in the first bookstore. Is our vehicle this loud? Everybody's coming this way, or was there a meta event sound that I didn't hear? Concerning that they all came this direction. Yeah, makes things a little bit easier, I guess. You off the street, please. Some needs a big old sharpening here. Let me see if they give me the time for that. Sheesh. Yeah, those are the bigger rally groups I set up at the beginning of the run. That's, I think, the first time we see a full group of, I guess, 30 or whatever we set up. Of course, you hear somebody banging on a window, and everybody else is attracted to that sound. not killing on the road suddenly became a much lower priority. Replaced by not getting killed on the road. And you go about right. The zombie bedroom we go. The 1500. Let me take a bit of a breather here at some point. Missed the sound of the weapon breaking there. This away. I'll throw that on the ground. Take the walkie-talkie just to dismantle it. Oh, we didn't find the electrical book, eh? So maybe the bookstore wasn't as good as I thought it was, you know? Didn't even have all 3 books that I want. I want all 4 books, only 3. Seen better. I think we're gonna have a little sit, make sure we're fully rested. A little watermelon diet. And to get that weight back down. Alright, we're still... Okay, we're no longer overweight. Out of shape is just... oh yeah, that's basically the better version of... at some point we reached fitness 3, so we're no longer unfit, we're just out of shape. Strength is halfway to level 5, so almost normal levels. We're getting there. And yeah, all the petting the animals repeatedly to get them less stressed after the shooting incident did a lot for the animal care skill. The runner. Seemed like she moved a little bit faster than the rest. Just saw something quickly moving around the corner there. I was very concerned for a second before my eyes realized, no, that's a raccoon. And Raccoon is definitely in the wrong neighborhood. We're still missing one fast mover, unless I misjudged that. She goes. I like to make sure there's nothing nasty behind me, so let's do a quick peek around the building here. Sneaky and silent zombie. Still hear somebody, yeah, alright. Anyone else? I think so. Watermelon. Oh, one thing I wanted to do actually is listen to the radio here. We're not getting surprised by any helicopter while we're clearing the town. Nothing in the afternoon. I think that's for tomorrow. No air activity. Beautiful. Meanwhile, where are these jerks coming from? It is actually right-hand muscle strain from our weapon use. I thought this was now the daily burpee muscle strain starting to set in, but nope. That's actually from fighting. I need to temper my expectations here on how far into the city we get. Looks like that. Yeah, I don't think we get to the hardware store. There's an argument also to be made to turn right here and head towards the church with the big parking lot in front of it. For parking lot reasons. timing with the weapon break in there. Still minor pain. Anyone else? I think we're gonna have another quick little sit-down break here. Let's actually go inside. We'll rest. Eat some of this. Actually, this is symbolist here. Oh, I think I need to unpack. We need to do it this way. And again, I really shouldn't be doing this at all because I don't have the book read for the electrical. Oh. We rested. Little empty pop-up telling me rest is full. Grab another weapon of some sort for the belt. Okay. Hang on, these guys down here first. Yeah, felt like somebody was running there. Chunky groups, definitely. Chunky groups. That's not helpful. That is not helpful at all. That's the big group. Another big group there, and couple work vehicles that might have. I'm still looking for the glass making magazine that allows us to make glass paint so we can make our own windows. I'm still looking for any sort of profession related vehicles. Instead of having two music tracks playing at the same time, now we have no music playing. This game is just all over the place sometimes. Okay, let's get the other hatchet on the belt, right? I always want to have some backup weapons here. We do have also that short sword, but with no short sword skill to speak of. That means we would very, very quickly get muscle strain. I'm not sure this is the right place for that. Unlike house alarms, there's no timeout on car alarms though. So they can trigger still even months after the apocalypse starts. Calling in zombies from everywhere. So just I wanted to demonstrate that intentionally. I was actually, as I was going to the car, I was forming that sentence in my head already. I'm like, oh yeah, you know, well, we can be safe from house alarms. Car alarms could still trigger. But I didn't want to jinx myself, so I didn't say it out loud. They don't even care. That is weird. There wasn't even anything in that car. Yeah, I kind of want to make sure that actually the car alarm didn't draw anything in from the west. That then got attracted to my engine still running and are hanging out here. No, doesn't look like anyone here cared about that car alarm. Interesting. This group looks a little bit closer and a little bit bigger than before. Are we okay dealing with this? Come on then. Bad time to get out of breath. Me, I'll just go in here. Rest. Going inside, because inside you're not affected by the corpse stench. Otherwise we would need to be like 20 tiles away from any corpses, but as soon as you're inside, corpse sickness does not affect you anymore. Well, unless the corpses are inside, obviously. Sharp. Much less satisfying to sharpen the blade now. You're not getting the big chunk of maintenance XP at the end. Certainly still have some work to do here. Green shirt is runner. I want to push a little bit out here, just because they keep coming around the fences here. Also, I really want that propane gas tank. Big propane fan. This is my new I hate it moment. The zombie starts banging on a wall. Others promptly join in. He's not. At least 4 or 5 zombies on the other side now, banging that same fence. This one is also like, he sees me, but it's like, bah, but there's banging there. I want to go to the banging. Yeah, I think that's just gonna be something I have to live with. They're gonna bang that fence down, which is fine. I'll be over here in the meanwhile, banging some zombies down. Just having a look around. We're getting the nervousness, even though I have that mod that reduces the amount of nervousness you get from zombies banging on walls. I'm still getting that here. So that either means there's a lot of zombies. No, that probably means there are a lot of zombies banging. Okay. Yes, this part of the town is relatively clear. Let's have a quick look what this vehicle is all about here. Okay. I was just saying, I forgot to bring an empty gas can. Generally, that looks like a trashed vehicle. Can't imagine this having any decent condition items. Well, there's a spare tire. The front bumper is still good. It's one unit of gas in that. Okay, ooh, what happened there? Is that the group that banked itself through the wall? No, I'm not seeing any holes in the wall. You just gave up on that banger. Like 4 more zombies. I think we can do them even without being out of breath here. Oh, that's not helpful. Any residence keys here? I mean, it's the typical single zombie, can't break through. He still makes a banging sound. Well, it might be far enough away from any other zombies. That sounds like a runner. That's my main concern here. I'm not looting this building. I'm not gonna have to pay for it. That's just my decision here. We'll grab the doorknob. From the outside. From the outside. Doesn't count. Shut up. Breath again. 2 more zombies to kill now. Busy day so far. This is definitely gonna be our new kill record here. What we got from it was one bookstore. Kinda happy that I'm no longer playing with the Don't Feed the Zombies mod, where all the zombies would get attracted then to the corpses here, in addition to forming these super large groups. Okay, how's it looking? It's looking busy over here, I'll tell you that much. Okay. Right, I'm gonna move a little bit here, have some of them walk over the fence, break the group up a little bit. This way. Okay. Do this. We looted all these beta blockers, but that doesn't really help if I don't have them on me. Alright, out of breath, weapon is completely blunt. Muscle strain setting in, but zombies are all dead. I think at some point today we lost a hatchet head and I didn't pick it up. This hatchet also, the handle is about to say bye-bye. You know what, I think we're switching to the fresh one. That missing hatchet head could be anywhere. Good eyes. One zombie at least moving fast on the left. My head on a swivel. It's hearing sounds from the left. It's about to be 8 in the evening. We're not anywhere close to the supply store or to the hardware store. Against my better judgment, I want to get a feeling of how many more zombies are in this town. So we're gonna drive back to base, but we're gonna take the route north, straight down main road. Dodge any zombie groups, get an idea of how much more work is to be done in this place. Hoping that zombies are in nice little tight groups that are easy to drive around. We don't have to run straight into them. Sure, what I hit there. Yeah, definitely some work still to be done. No doubt about that. It wasn't too bad. This is concerning. This is probably zombies that are getting drawn out of town. Oh, that's also a tree. Getting drawn out of town from the helicopter. Getting closer and closer to our base location. It's down here on the field. There's a lot on those fields. All the way up to this corner. I think I don't like this here. This group needs to go. Yeah, on that, not seeing any more zombies here nearby. Sweet home, did I drive too close? Oh. Well, I can't complain too much about the loot we got today, since we got 3 books that I really wanted to have. Also, this parking lot is just not big enough. I need to get rid of one of the animal trailers, I think. Right, you know, good enough. The mechanics book, tailoring book, big finds, trapping, nice to have. Then we need to do some housekeeping before we call it. We need to, well, first of all, we need to figure out a system to mark buildings that we looted, the buildings we paid for, basically. So I'm thinking of doing the good old dollar icon on anything that we've been to. So that was these two. This one. Now that's the barn. We weren't in there. Just looked into those, but here. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, of course, just now the bookstore. 7. Yeah, and the bookstore still needs to be paid for. Alright, that looks about right. Alright, initial plan here for me, from my end, is with that mechanics book in hand, I'm going to read that and I'm going to grind out the next 2 levels of mechanics for 2 reasons. First of all, some of the repairs requires higher level mechanics, but also with once we go past level 5, we can repair the engine on vehicles, which makes all of these vehicles much more reliable. So that's something I want to do. Yeah, that's it. That's it, I guess. I might, I don't know, do a little bit of cleanup in the fields there. I'm not sure that's super interesting for an episode, but that needs to be done. And we do another helicopter event. If the helicopter comes, my plan is going to be to just drive somewhere all the way out here, take the helicopter like in this kind of area, and then after the helicopter's over, make a fuel run, fill up all the fuel cans. Maybe I'll collect the generator to bring it back. So that's probably also something more that might happen off camera. Now though, I don't want to have the daily summary here as the end of the episode. So we're gonna do a little bit of reading until the lights go out. Yeah, it's getting too early, too dark too early. We'll just read in the flashlight, light. So then we sure place it. Well, that's actually faster than dropping it. Interesting. Do our daily burpee exercise. Have a good night's sleep. 246 zombie skills, 1200 X XP, almost 1000 strength XP. Good day, I would say. Very good day for the killing, for the progression, for the zombies. Well, not for the zombies, for me. Yeah. 2 more days like that, and we got the next level in X. And how's it looking for strength? Yeah, a little bit more work to do. 5 more days with that kind of strength gain. Let's call it 6 more. We get to level 5 strength. That would be exciting. For now, though, we're going to put a cut in here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.